Welcome to Becky's Garden, you guys. Today I have a family of woodpeckers out in my yard. One of the adults is eating in the burnt out stump that's in my yard there. It's hard to mow there, but since this is a rental, like, I'm not going to do anything. But all the babies are over in the tall grass over there, and all the stuff in front of the shed will eventually go into the shed. I've got a bunch of cardboard boxes inside of the shed that I had unpacked, so they're all empty and they're just taking up space. So once I get all of my boxes out of the shed, all of my extra tote bins will be going into the shed. Now all the babies just took off, but the adult is still right there, and I'm not sure if you can see. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in so you guys can see. There he is. Oh, he's got really pretty red cheeks in his head, and the younger ones, they just flew up onto the roof. But yeah, I have a family of woodpeckers that love my yard, and so all the tote bins are going to be going inside of that shed. The shed's going to be getting painted here soon. It's going to look super nice. Now, I got some secondhand, not secondhand, but like a paint that was returned to the store. So it's not going to match the white trim on the house, but it's going to be close enough. It's going to be in between that beige color that you see on the roof line there and white. So it's kind of like a peachy color, and it's going to, I think it'll look just fine with this house. And so we're going to be fixing up the shed and making it look at least aesthetically pleasing to the eye, or pleasing. Dude, people, I cannot friggin' talk. I've took some, took Sudafed last night, and that really helped me sleep well, so I am feeling a little bit better today. And so all of that medicine is completely gone. But I had been taking Theraflu, and that really wasn't working very well. But, I mean, all of my medicine is all used up now, so I think I'll be resorting to some honey and some lemon. So yeah, I can't not talk at all. I was just sitting out here eating an early lunch because I slept in today, because I wanted to try to let my body get enough rest, because I hadn't been sleeping well at night because I was coughing, waking myself up, coughing the nights before, and just having a hard time breathing. So last night when I took that Sudafed, it helped me get the rest that I've been needing. So I'll probably go to work this Friday, and but I'm just taking this week to just kind of heal up and do some gardening. And I've been coming out on my patio, which is super awesome. I got some exciting news. My husband and I are going to be doing a series on my channel, and so it's going to be kind of exciting, you guys. We're going to set up pardon me, I just scared off the woodpecker. Man, maybe he'll come, or he or she, I don't know which one has the red cheeks. I'm going to guess it's the male, but he'll come back. But I scared him when I coughed. Darn it. So, my husband and I are going to be doing a series, and we're actually going to be setting up cameras here on the patio, so it'll be Becky's Garden. You know, I was wanting to change, I had changed my name to Scotta, and then I changed it back to Becky's Garden, and I've been playing around with adding the B and C onto it, and I have that down in my description bar, and you guys can see I'm going to charge up my my weed eater and get all the weeds cleaned up along the tall grass and dead nettles, the purple dead nettles along the fence line. And so I'm going to be cleaning all of that up along the fence line. And anyways, yeah, sidetracked by my brain. Sorry, people. So my husband and I are going to be setting up some different views with cameras. So the film quality probably won't be the best, but I figure we could use both of our cell phones to film with, and we can film with maybe my Canon camera. I've never used it to actually film with, but I'm gonna look at it and see. It's one of the older Canons, and I do have a tripod that I can set it up on. And so what we're thinking about doing is starting a series of us painting together. And I asked him if he wanted me to go pick him up the Bob Ross set so that he can paint with all the Bob Ross paintbrushes and stuff like that. And he's like, I don't want us to spend money, so we'll probably just use my palette knives and all my paintbrushes and stuff, and I'm gonna have to like teach him how to properly rinse things out immediately so that my paintbrushes will stay nice. So I've had them since I went to college and I was an art major. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up paint, and we're gonna do paint in like 10-minute paintings or something like that to those. We're talking about the details, how we're gonna do it. I mentioned to him about doing like pre-drafting like the picture that we want to paint, and I'll probably do that. Even when I was in college, I would rough sketch what I was going to be painting onto my canvas before I'd actually paint, and so that way I kind of knew what I was going to be doing. And so he doesn't like that idea. He wants to just let it come from his mind and just paint whatever. Well, I've seen him paint whatever. I've seen what comes from his mind, and I mean, it could be fun. But I was trying to convince him to just let me, you know, stencil out the painting that we're both gonna do. Like, basically, we'll have the same basic painting that we'll be doing, and we're gonna like decide on a picture, and then we're going to either pick an element within the picture and paint that element that's in the picture, or so it'll just be our version of what we see and what we can manage to bring to life. Now, I'm very much a abstract realist when it comes to my sort of paintings, so I won't have tons and tons of detail in my paintings, but I mean, sometimes there is. Like, you can tell if it's a branch or a limb, you know, it's, you know, a tree branch or whatever. But I don't generally, I try to be loose with it. I've done paintings just with palette knives, but we just thought we wanted to do something together as a couple, and we thought that it would be fun to have like 10-minute painting segments. And of course, they would probably be a little bit longer due to editing and that sort of thing. And we figured if we had a camera on my side, a camera on his side, and he's wanting to make our own easels. So we have to either make our own easels, or I'm gonna see if I can see how much they cost at Hobby Lobby, and I might just work a little bit extra and purchase 2 easels. And they have this great gessoed canvas paper that comes in like a paper pad now. And I was like, that's perfect, because I told him when we're done with it, we're just gonna have a bunch of paintings, and I'm like, what are we gonna do with the paintings? So we figured we might go ahead and just sell them, probably put them in my Etsy shop, and sell our paintings in my Etsy shop. And we're talking about maybe using the money to go towards a home fund, so that we can purchase some land or a home with land. So we just thought, you know, we wanted to do something fun, but, you know, we're also downsizing and decluttering. Pardon me. And so I'm getting rid of a lot of things, and my husband's been very good at nagging me over the years, and when he nags me, I tend to get upset. And then I'll just get rid of stuff, because to me it's less hassle. If I just get rid of it, then he has nothing to nag me about until he comes up with a new thing to nag me about to get rid of, because he's very much kind of like a minimalist, but not really a minimalist. And so I actually am kind of a hoarder and a collector, as you can see over here, all my berry plants. Yeah, I'm collecting berry plants. I've got an issue, people, but I love my plants. They give me a lot of joy. They give me a lot of peace. They really connect me to God. And so I don't know, maybe we'll add like I'm not sure. We're just gonna have to wait and see how it goes. But we were talking about having a painting series where we paint. Now, my husband is not an artist, okay? He can barely draw a stick figure. And so that's why I was trying to convince him to do, to let me like at least draft it. So we'll both have like a printout of the picture that we're gonna be using, and then I have an idea already in my mind of a style that I'm wanting to try and just kind of have some fun with. And so it'll be very different, and just kind of, I don't know, just fun. And so we're gonna, and I might just do that style for a while, and we'll just see. We're gonna use acrylics, and but yeah, so I'm gonna get some of that paper, or the canvas that is like sheets of paper. I'm wanting to say they're like they're kind of like a portrait size. You can turn them sideways and they can be like a landscape, but they're really easy to go and purchase picture frames, and then you just put them into a picture frame and you can hang them on your wall. So we're just in the beginning phases of deciding exactly what we want to do. And so if you guys have any ideas, if anybody out there has any ideas they would like to add or input, that would be great. But we'll probably, I told my husband what we'll do is we'll just set up, and I'll just come over here so you can see my area. So I'm working, I got my corner all cleaned out over here. Now that's my neighbor's mess over on her side. But I've got my corner all cleaned out, and there's my gnome. I guess I can zoom out here, that way we can see a little bit better. And so this is my corner. I still need to wash off the neem oil and the plant food that's down there, and maybe put some of the plant food into my pots. And so I'm working on this, and I'm, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and add to this background. And those boards that you see on top of the bench, I'm actually gonna nail those to the top and the bottom and possibly the middle of those boards. That way it keeps them all in place so that they don't move around. And I'll just nail each one of the boards into that, and just forget about the glue, because I want something that later on I can like take apart, and maybe when we finally buy a house we can put that on it. So that's what our thinking is. We're trying to come up with ideas on how we want to do the painting series on my channel. And so I started pulling the boards off of this board here, and so I'm gonna toss and get rid of all that that other board, the bead board, because it's gotten all wet and it's kind of soggy. But my boards are straight, so when they're coming off just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna paint these other boards this blue color. But I'm wondering about taking some sandpaper or doing more of a white, like a wash, so some of the brown comes through. These ones are a little bit dirty because my sons were walking and jumping on them, but I mean, they look pretty cool. So I really like the color behind the wagon wheel. So yeah, we're gonna put it all the way across, and we'll probably just set up some easels right here, and we'll probably just, you know, we'll probably just paint right here, right in this section, and we'll just set up all the cameras right here. And so yeah, I mean, since I've got the patio all cleared off, and then, I mean, that would be funny, us doing like a series during the winter. We'll be all bundled up and everything out here. But let me know what you guys think. And right now I only have 13 subscribers. I had 14 last week for a few days, but now I'm back down to 13. Been holding pretty steady at 13 for a while. So as soon as more people start subscribing, we'll start having giveaways. I'll probably do some giveaways of finished scarves once I hit like 100 subscribers. And every time I hit 100, the next 100, I'll just have another giveaway. And I'll use one of those generated things. So everybody would just comment in the comments for the giveaway, and then I would use one of those comment pickers and pick a winner. So, and we might even do the same thing with the painting series. So just kind of wanting to have some different options, some different things for the channel. And my husband and I haven't decided. He was wanting to set up maybe a Patreon account, and I'm not sure if I really want to go that route, but maybe just for the painting series, I guess. I don't know, like to buy paint and supplies and that sort of thing. Because right now everything's, you know, out of pocket, and he keeps asking me, so when are we going to do this? When are we going to do this? And I'm like, when we have the money to be able to do it. So, anyways, I just have to go and work and make a little extra money. So my work is flexible. I have a very flexible job. I can go to work when I want. I'm my own boss. So when I do work, I make, you know, enough to pay my cell phone bill, to possibly get a little extra groceries, to help out with the rent, to help out with my student loan. And so, and then I've gotten some garden items, like I've gotten those domes on my plant rack, and I've actually picked up the pallets, or not the pallets, but it's called shiplap. Got it at Home Depot. I'm not going to provide a link, you guys. Anytime I talk about any products in any of my videos, I just want you all to know that I'm not being sponsored by anybody. I'm not being monetized through YouTube. I don't have enough followers yet. And but yeah, so my husband and I are talking about doing that. I am thinking about different things. I'll probably come out here. My backdrop's not the beautifulest right now. Made up words. I'm gonna go ahead and nail these two the wood shiplap type things. They're tongue and groove. I'll come over here so you can see. So they all just kind of like interlock together, and they become one piece like that. And so bear with me getting over this cold. Maybe I shouldn't be making videos while I'm coughing, but hey people, this is real life. We get sick, then we get better. Anyways, so I'm gonna end up putting these onto this. Some of the wood will be sticking out because I do plan on adding more pieces of wood, so I'll probably leave a little bit of this wood out. Like, as an example, I'm not gonna nail it to this side, okay? But I was thinking I might do it like that, and that way I have enough to add a couple more pieces of wood on this side, and then another couple on this side, and then as I add more across the wall, I'll just go to the store and I'll get some more. And this time I'm using all solid wood. These are all solid wood here. None of this business over here with the stuff that'll warp the wood. I'll probably end up repurposing these somewhere else. Any ideas, you guys? That would be helpful. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but I'm gonna keep them because I'm gonna use them somewhere. There's my little jackfruit tree, and then I put Walter's dog bed underneath the chair, so we're good there. Oh, and there's something I wanted to share with you guys. So I had stuck this pot down underneath, and it was in that mess, all hidden underneath everything, and I thought everything in this pot was not gonna come up. And when I moved everything, these little sprouts were down there. I don't know what this is right here, but these were coming up, and in this pot I had red currant seeds. And so yeah, these ones were from some currant berries that I ate while I was living in Europe. So I saved some of the seeds from when I had those. But I was kind of excited. So I had seen a leaf sort of like that in another pot, so maybe the other ones in the other pot that I saw is a different plant. Who knows? But I was kind of excited about that. And here I have this little guy, and he's super small. Come on. It's kind of bright. It's showing up super bright. I don't know why it's being so bright, but it looks super bright on the camera. That right there is a stevia plant. I might be saying it wrong, but I had only like a few seeds in the packet, and so far that's the only seed that's come up. So I'm crossing my fingers that it will grow, because I have not seen any of those plants in the box stores. So, and then these guys are doing good and growing and being happy. Great, get back on there. Now down here, you guys know what this is? This is called a Harry Lauder's walking stick. It's in the filbert family, I'm wanting to say. And so when I was at one of the box stores, they had these plants there, and this was lying on the ground. So I picked it up, and they let me have it. And then I put some root compound on the bottom part, and I stuck it in the pot. And it has begun doing these little, let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Those little fluffs that they put out on all of the branches. And so it's a contorted type plant. And so it'll grow all curvy and quirky and stuff. And sorry. For me, that's my personality. Quirky, curvy, and quirky. Anyways, I'm being a dork. So down here, nothing going on yet. I actually hardened off the seeds for a couple weeks. And then I brought them back out, because I thought that maybe they need to be hardened off, because these ones are the kind that need to be hardened off. And this side I've got a blackberry, and this side I have a Mediterranean blackberry. So we'll see what grows. Down here on the bottom, I have these ones I hardened off as well. Down here I have Hollander, or elderberry, and red currants. So elderberries on this side, red currants on this side. So waiting for those to come up. Anyways, I wasn't really going to share my plants today, but that's okay. And then these little beauties are doing good. So I'm going to get off of here, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.